Greetings. My name's Brad, and I'm gonna put up a product review of the practice pipes that you find available. I believe Bagpipes Galore is their source, and I got mine through a website, and I had to phone in to order them, but through Harp and Dragon. I found them to be very helpful. I think they're adequately titled practice pipes. I wouldn't recommend them as something that if you're looking for a performance piece or a set of small pipes. And I couldn't speak for any of the other products that Bagpipes Galore have. However, as practice pipes, they are remarkable. So I would certainly recommend them heartily for that end. So I wanted to show you a little bit about what you get, and I also wanted to let you know about some of the tricks that I have found to help them stand up. You get, now I should let you know that I ordered the Standard Chanter, which has been fine. It's worked great. If I had it to over again, and I had a little more money at the time, which I didn't, I'd probably get the longer Chanter. But you get the Chanter, you notice it's about, well, it's the standard size. It's molded, so it's not bored out, or it's not spun on a lathe in any way. That does have to do with the quality of it. I've just had to put a little bit, actually quite a bit of tape on that high A, but you need to know that I live in Colorado. The thin air does tend to have an effect. Additionally, I did have to, in order to make the low G sound, it was appealing to me, I had to take a drill and kind of hollow out that hole a little bit more. Anything that I'm saying that I've done to mine, I've done totally in guesswork, and I wouldn't recommend you do it on yours, and wouldn't want to take any liability if you destroyed a set that you got. Now, this comes all put together. This comes all put together, and they recommend that you not fiddle with it, and perhaps that's good advice, because if you don't fiddle with it, you can't destroy it. But I have several reasons for fiddling with it, and why I did. This is their Bagpipes Galore practice chanter reed. It all it is. That seats in there. I wound up hemping it up a little bit more to flatten it. Like I say, tuning issues may or may not. Now, for the blowpipe, if you take the blowpipe off the pipes, which I'll put together, then you wind up with a little practice chanter. So, and it's got a nice tone. I also have a Gibson long practice chanter that I prefer, honestly, and even the practice chanter, the Gibson practice chanter, can be plugged into these, which is kind of fun. But so that's nice, and then you get your bag with the cover. I don't know if I can't remember if they use the word luxury. It's kind of got a corduroy look to it. I think it looks just fine, and certainly more than fine, given the fact that it's most useful at home when very few people are watching. Now, I have performed with these on a couple occasions before various groups of folks who I know, so I wouldn't take it to any formal concert situation, but for that it's pretty good. The next thing is, so you got your practice chanter, and all this is a glorified practice chanter with a bag on it, and it's way cheaper than, I don't know, some of the other goose options that you want. So decent for learning to blow and squeeze, I think. Know, however, that if you were using this to transition to the big pipes, once you got to the big pipes, boy, you're talking a big punch, a big jump in air demand and that. Now, next thing you got to know is you get this. Oh, I've taken it apart. They tell you, and if you get it from, at least if you get it from, what is it? Harp and Dragon, they'll even have taped that shut so that you don't fool with it. And there's a reason for that, and they tell you not to fool with it, and they're not foolish in that. You see that these drones are controlled by just a very thin little plastic tongue, and it's very delicate, and so they try to tell you not to take it apart. I wound up taking it apart. I'm a wet blower, get a lot of moisture in my blowing, but so I wound up taking it apart so that I could dry it up dried off more effectively, more efficiently. But kind of gives it that sound, and then once you attach these, and like I say, they come slid on. I just slid them off once again for faster drying. You get the sound. So it's got a really nice, warm, sweet tone. I say with enough work, I think it's more than pleasant to listen to, and it doesn't take too much. Now, one other just small trick that I've learned, like I say, if moisture is your issue, taking it all apart will make it dry faster, but there's some risk involved, and you damage those tongues. I haven't tried to get more of them. I can't imagine it being a very easy task. So that's a risk to take into account. Another interesting thing is, and I've seen some other practice sets that actually have a cork attached to them, or some kind of stopping mechanism. What I have done in the past is taken a sandwich bag or just a bit of plastic or saran wrap or something, and then taken it out of the grommet here and stuck it in there and then closed it back up. And it works. My tendency to ramble aside, I'm going to give you a chance to hear them at least as well as I can put them together at short notice. Highly recommend them as a practicing tool, something to prepare yourself for blowing and squeezing. Gives you that kind of fun simulated bagpipe experience, or kind of like a small pipe experience, at a really reasonable fraction of the price. I think mine were around 140, 150 from Harp and Dragon. I don't know if those prices will stick forever, but quite reasonably priced, and they sure do seem to have a nice sound to me. But I wanted to put this review up not to showcase my playing clearly, but so that if anyone wanted to be able to purchase these, you could have an informed decision as to what you're getting and what you're not getting, and what to expect and what not to expect from them. I will note that I've played these in some sessions with percussionists like Cajon, which is a slightly quieter percussion instrument, and guitar, and there's a kind of a nice blend to it, and the volume levels seem to work fairly well. Once I think you got to anything bigger than very small hand percussion and an unplugged acoustic guitar, you'd quickly be drowned out. But have found it to be a pretty fun tool for that, and they were able to tune. We were able to tune the guitar up from playing B flat. So, yep. With that, I hope that if you decide to go in on them, that you enjoy them. I hope this has been a helpful review, and I hope that you keep on piping. Have a nice day.